over the millennia preceding the rise of Darth Bane and his new order of the Sith Lords, the history of the ancient Sith had become lost to the Order. Powerful Sith such as Darth Revan, Darth Malak, and Darth Nihilus were forgotten, and their teachings failed to be passed down through succeeding generations. In many ways, this was a natural occurrence of time, with at least 3,000 years passing between Bane and most of these ancient Sith Lords. But this was also done intentionally as well, with many Sith wishing to break away from the past or viewing the lessons of the ancient Sith as inapplicable to the modern ways of the Order. Fortunately for the Sith, Bane would put an end to this practice and rediscover the ancient Sith and their knowledge, beginning a new legacy and archive of teachings that was passed down from Dark Lord to Dark Lord within the Rule of Two era. In this video expose, we'll see the benefits of this ancient Sith revival and look at how Darth Plagueis both understood the abilities of the Sith Emperor Vitiate and Plagueis' thoughts on his successes and failures. Roughly 3 decades before the start of the Clone War, Plagueis recognized that as Bane's grand plan was coming into fruition, the Sith were successfully gaining ground in 2 key areas. First, they were undermining the Galactic Republic by sowing seeds of dissent across the galaxy. And second, they were sabotaging the Jedi Order by forcing them to become mere enforcers for the corrupt and hated Republic. But Plagueis knew that as important as these accomplishments were in the corporal physical world, the greater goal of the Sith was to topple and gain dominance over the Force itself, to literally become the embodiment of the mystical energy that animated the galaxy. In recognizing this higher goal, Plagueis first thought of the Celestials, an ancient group believed to have actually merged with the Force itself to guide and balance the light and dark sides of the Force. Like most Sith, Plagueis didn't care much for this theory, but did wish to achieve a similar means of power and control as the so-called Celestials did. As if to bolster his own confidence in his path regarding the manipulation of midichlorians to achieve such power, Plagueis then thought of the ancient Sith who attempted to gain dominance over the Force and achieve immortality. Plagueis' first thoughts went to the Sith Emperor Vitiate. Plagueis understood that Vitiate was one of the few Sith Lords who managed to perpetuate their spirits after physical death, and recognized that he was able to sustain his own life for 1,000 years. A tremendous feat and mastery of the Force for sure, but not in the eyes of Plagueis. For Plagueis, ancient Sith such as Vitiate had been far too focused on attaining worldly power, the power that the modern Sith had also been focused upon in the Baneite system of the Rule of Two. But Sith such as Vitiate had only been able to go halfway across the bridge in terms of true mastery over the Force. In the end, Plagueis wasn't impressed by the accomplishments of Vitiate. While he might have lived for 1,000 years, he didn't achieve immortality and was too focused on attaining control of the physical galaxy. And while he might have been the foremost Sith Lord in the eyes of Plagueis for perpetuating his spirit after death, Vitiate was unable to provide the Order with any guidance from the beyond. In this way, Plagueis had to conclude that Vitiate's true influence had been negligible and had faded from the galaxy for millennia. Plagueis saw Vitiate in the same way he viewed most of the ancient Sith. Their attempts to conquer death and prolong their lives were failures. Their examples showed that attempting to feed off the energy of others failed to truly comprehend and tap into the deepest strata of the Force. Thus, to achieve mastery over the Force and become as powerful as the theorized Celestials, Plagueis wouldn't follow the ways of Vitiate and the ancient Sith. Instead, Plagueis would learn to speak the language of the midichlorians, to take the Sith Order through a major transformative leap by manipulating the midichlorians to erase the division between the organic world and the Force, thereby erasing death altogether. So there we have it, what Darth Plagueis thought about Sith Emperor Vitiate. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... For wondering what Mommin would think of all this.